Suppose you have written some unit test cases for a feature and there are some new enhancements in that feature and you forgot to write the unit test cases or you forgot to implement those changes in your unit test cases. There could be any scenario. The concept is that you are having some unit test cases and now they are not working. But if you have set up your pipeline in such a way that the execution will be done only if the unit test cases are passed, then how will you fix them? The common way is that you will comment all those unit test cases. This will reduce the count as well as you might forget them in future. There is one alternative attribute available in the xUnit. You can also use that. By using that attribute, you can skip the execution for those unit test cases. In this video, we will talk about how to use the skip attribute and when should we use it and when should we not use it. Remember in the previous video, I was working with this concept and I commented this method. But is this a good approach? This is not a good approach. Why this is not a good approach? Remember when we are running all the unit test cases, let's just run them over here and see what message we are getting. You can notice that this window is showing us that there are only 3 test cases available in your file, right? But we have written more than that. So if I just uncomment this method like this, and this time I will run again, then let's see how many test cases are we having. This time you can notice we are having 13. So it means if you are commenting your unit test cases, the count will be reduced in your test window. So how to use the skip attribute at this place? So skip attribute inside this fact, we will start from the fact. So here you can write this skip. And if you are using this skip, you have to provide a valid reason over here why you are skipping this unit test case. So for example, here I'm writing this skipping this test for the demonstration purpose. Now let's run all the unit test cases again. Suppose that there is some failure in this unit test case and you want to skip it. Only in those scenarios you must use it. Remember, this must be only for the temporary time. Each skip that you are using in the unit test case, consider it as a tag that you must fix them as soon as possible. Now let's just run it. And this time you will notice that we are still having the same count of 13 test cases and one of them is saying that this is ignored and this is the message that we have put over here. So writing the message is also very important. Can we use the skip attribute in the theory as well? Let's try. Now we are using this skip in the theory. Now let's run all of them and see how this will work. So I'm running it. This time again you will notice that the count is 4. This is because in theory, if we are skipping it, then this will be considered as one single test case. And this is because we will not execute this inline data, member data and the class data. So in reality, this is one single test case. If you will enable them, then all those counts will be enabled for you. So this is how you can use the skip over here. Now, if you want to see what this skip is, you can go to the definition of this one and see that this is just a property over here and it is a string type. You can use it.